Shout out my nigga Ace, man. One of the lifelines of this culture, man. As a battle rapper, we look forward to these reviews, gangster.
What up, though? It's Calico, Landslide, fucking with Dedication TV. Subscribe to the network.
Rusa. Don't forget the extra A, man. Shout out to the Brody, man. Shout out to Dedication TV.
Shout out my nigga Eazy, man. Me being from New Orleans, I'm a super Lil Wayne fan. So I could appreciate anything dealing with the dedication.
Yeah, what up, what's going on, man? Salute to everybody that's tuning in, listening to the podcast, man. I appreciate it. It's your boy, Acito. We are at the end of the year, y'all. 2023 is damn near officially over. Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year. We made it, y'all. We made it. We went through a lot of BS. We went through a lot of highs as well. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna just glorify the negative shit, the drama shit. You know, a lot of great things happened in the culture of battle rap. We saw a huge surgence of great battles, man. We got a lot of great battles, not just one from one particular league, neither. We got it from a plethora of different platforms as well. So, you know, I think going into 2024 and this new year, I think I speak for everybody when I say, yo, we're highly motivated. You know what I'm saying? We're highly excited to execute, to do better, make proper adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just refreshing, man. It's refreshing, man. For me personally, you know, I started my YouTube channel. I had a YouTube channel, you know, a couple years ago for different things, but as far as being a blogger, you know, I started my channel really last year, you know, like probably I want to say maybe like March or April, you know, and I just grinded. You know, made sure I was consistent, doing my proper research, going out to events, going to music conferences and stuff like that. Just a lot of things that I'm interested in. I would go straight to it and documenting, you know, the journey. You know what I'm saying? Recapping the journey. And I've been able to, you know, since then monetize my channel. I have a really, really unique, dope following. You know, it's starting to transfer over to my other platforms, my website, you know, got a lot of ideas for the merch. So 2023 was a year of execution for me personally. I think if I had to sum up 2023 in 1 year, I would say it was execution. You know what I mean? A lot of things that I wanted to do, I pretty much did. I did it, you know? And this year, it's a continuance execution, but I feel like it's more so levels. It's like, all right, I'm at level 4. Like 2024, it's time to go to level 5. You know what I'm saying? Or level 6. Let's skip a level. You know what I mean? Let's work harder and skip level 5 and go straight to level 6. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So I'm super excited. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thankful for all the experiences that I had. You know, a couple experiences, you know, people that came and went, you know, and I think everybody deals with that, you know, from friendships to relationships, business endeavors. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all a learning experience. It's just part of life, you know. But other than that, man, I have no complaints. You know what I'm saying? This is like the first time in 4 years that I actually have New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off from my job. Like, I do not have to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, the past couple years I've had to work, and I ain't really tripping over it, you know what I'm saying? Because I got the double time, of course, but it feels good, man, to not have to go punching that damn clock, and I'm still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm still getting paid for it. So shout out to me for that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody else, you know what I'm saying, that got it off, they getting paid for it. And shout out to everybody that has to work, you know, like people in the hotels, the food industry, you know, transportation, you know, stuff like that. It doesn't stop. That's a 24-hour around the clock service that needs to be provided. You know, hospitals, things of that nature, firefighters, police officers. So, you know, big salute to everybody out there for their contributions, you know, to everyday life. But before we know, we already in the new year, but just to kind of sum up, it's a couple things, I wanted to touch on. One of the key things, Eazy the Block Captain, Remy Ma, Papoose. I literally thought this, hopefully this will be left in 2023 because Lord have mercy, this has been a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, this has been a roller coaster, man. Couple days ago, D.I. the Henny Man, shout out to D.I. the Henny Man, very popular blogger in the battle rap community, also a battle rapper. He had a personal relationship with Eazy the Block Captain, earlier in the previous years. And at some point, that relationship got affected. According to D.I. the Henny Man, their relationship got affected because Hitman Holla and Eazy the Block Captain battle, D.I. the Henny Man had Eazy losing the third round, I believe it was. But he still had Eazy winning the overall battle. And Eazy kind of texting, a weird message like, yo, you need to tighten up or something like that, of that nature. A lot of pattern that I'm hearing about Eazy, where if you feel he's wrong, or if you feel like he's lost, or if you're just pretty much going up against what he says, and you do that publicly, you're looked at as a hater, you're looked at as a traitor, a D-eater, you know what I mean? Whatever that Philly term that they use, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to use that because I don't want my channel to get messed up. But I see a pattern in that, yo. I see a pattern. And that was pretty much the gist of why their relationship kind of fell out. Because prior to that, like, D.I. the Henny Man had Eazy on his channel a lot as far as interviews, recaps. I remember during the time, when Hurricane Du and Eazy were together, the only platform I remember seeing them together, like far as an interview, was Eazy and Du on Battle Rap Trap's platform. So, and they did a live too. I don't know, I think it's on Eazy's channel, but they really like kind of put it all on the table. They were going back and forth. Eazy felt like D.I. needed to have some type of loyalty because he gave him a feature, and this was during the height of his career, him leaving URL, battling Hitman, and he gave him a free feature, and he felt like there was some type of loyalty that D.I. the Henny Man wasn't keeping. And D.I.'s defense is like, bro, I still had you winning the battle. I never said nothing negative. I just said you didn't win the round. Like, I don't have to kiss your ass or compromise myself to quote unquote fit your liking. You know what I'm saying? So that pretty much fucked their whole relationship up. Fast forward to where we at today. Henny Man leaked some audio previously during the summertime, and D.I. showed screenshots of Eazy inboxing him, pretty much, asking for the audio, asking of the name of the person that taped him, on the audio. Because there was like two audios, and I think a lot of people are kind of confusing it. So there was a first audio put out of Eazy having a conversation. He was being taped, and he was speaking on Philadelphia, about the hate and niggas, really hating on him and saying fuck Philly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the voice of Philly. I'm bringing the energy back. Somebody recorded him, and D.I. at the time they were beefing, he paid for that audio and released that. And that caused a whole uproar, you know what I'm saying, in the battle rap community. A lot of people were going at Henny, like, why were you leaking audio, conversation of somebody recording somebody, and all that. Then, I guess a couple months later, somebody gave D.I. more audio, and this was like a 20-minute conversation after the Eazy and Papoose situation. And pretty much, Eazy's in the audio just, kind of expressing himself. I guess this is like right after the assault took place, from Papoose. So he's just infuriated. You can hear it in his voice, talking about, I killed a nigga. And he's talking about the Remy situation, how him and Remy are together. He knocking her down. She was just at his crib. And, Pap telling him, like, yo, you got to catch me like how I caught you. And, he's really, like, detailed. And it's like, I don't know who he's talking to, because the audio has been edited. You know, DI edit the audio. He took out the person that Eazy was talking to, or I don't know if he was having a conversation on the phone and somebody was sitting around and recording him. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to kind of differentiate what the context of everything is, because yes, he's saying a lot, but like context is everything for me. Everything. Like you need the full picture. Yes, you can hear certain bits and pieces of things, but everything is in the proper context. What if he's saying certain things, but he's saying it in like an example or what if type of situation? Like we don't know. So everything is like chopped and edited. So I kind of give Eazy somewhat benefit of the doubt because we haven't heard the full audio. Like, you know, DI released the audio with his commentary, but then he released the audio without his commentary, but it's still edit. And I feel like it's compromised. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say, you know, Henny Man's lying or something like that, but I do feel like when it's something of this magnitude where it don't just solely involve one person that you have a conflict with, no, this involves multiple people. I feel like that shit can be very damaging. It could also be incriminating. Like there's a lot of different, you know, compelling points that you can look when it comes to this audio, depending on who hears it. Now it's like everywhere. It's in the world now. Like TMZ, Shade Room, Jasmine Brand, Hollywood Unlocked, like you name it. All the messy platforms, all the big media publications, they have this audio now. And I ain't gonna lie, I've read 3 platforms where they're indicating that Eazy's the one that recorded the conversation and leaked it on himself. Like, it's crazy. Like, what? So it's like, clearly, like, those publications are misinformed. You know what I'm saying? Because if they know, like, you can hear the audio drop battle rap track throughout the whole fucking audio. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's a crazy situation. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us in the community kind of knew what happened because there was people that were there. And, you know, like myself, I kind of didn't take what they said for face value because at the time, like, you know, these people were kind of weaponized as villains, like Jack Boy Maine, like Miss Hustle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. And Miss Hustle kind of had a reputation where she would be a little messy. You know, like the whole Tay Rock audio with him, you know, with the trainee and all that. Like she said she had audio, she had recordings and all this shit and videos, and she never put it out. So it's like when you saying this about Eazy right now, it's like we don't see no video footage. We're just going with what y'all say by face value, but we know y'all personally don't like this nigga. So it kind of is like, you can't really blame us for not believing y'all. Now, had it would have been, you know, somebody that's a neutral party that don't have any allegiance to anybody, and they saw what happened and then went on the spaces and said what they saw, that would have been a little different, in my personal opinion. But, you know, they definitely deserve an apology. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be one of the ones to give an apology to Jack Boy Maine and Miss Hustle because they were very vocal on the spaces right after this happened, said what happened, and a lot of us didn't believe it. Excuse me, we just didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And with the audio coming out and Eazy pretty much confirming everything that they said, you know, Pat had people in the building previously before Papoose showed up. He probably was in the car waiting for the perfect time. And when that whole scuffle happened with 40 Bars and who was it? 40 Bars and Yoshi, that's when there was an open opportunity. And that's when Pat came in the building and went in that room and handled his business. And Eazy said it. He caught him with 2 clean joints. It wasn't like a scuffle back and forth. It's like either he caught you, you dropped to the floor, and it took you a minute to get yourself together, and then you got up, and he was already out the door going. So, I don't know, man. But I think where a lot of people, this is where Eazy is kind of fucked up. And I think can really, not saying the Papoose situation could really, like, you know, with the audio and all that, that's not really an issue. And it's another key point to that. But for me, it's like you've had a pattern of lying to the public, lying to, you know, your friends and things of that nature. So this 25K bet with John, you said it was a lie. You said everybody lies, da-da-da, that never was your intentions. You got that lie. Then you got the lie about you You didn't get into no fight with Papoose. Nobody touched you. Nobody knocked you out. That was a lie. I think I don't know if you publicly said if you were messing with Remy. I don't know. So I'm not even going to put that on you. But I just know there's been a track record of you not being honest with the overall consumer. And I think that's a big problem. And that's going to hurt your credibility and also you as a league owner. You know what I'm saying? Like the overall trust in the consumer buying into your product, like the trenches and battlers on your platform that you're trying to build up. I think you lost a lot of credibility in that aspect and faith, in my personal opinion. With you having, not wins in your last 2 battles. Even though some people have you winning John, some people have you losing. But overall consensus say you lost the battle. But had you would have just been transparent and, honest, I think a lot of the things could have been avoided. Even if this audio would have came, well, we already know that. So it's like, what else is in this audio that's so dramatic, that's so bad? Like, me personally, is like, I don't see anything. I didn't hear anything other than him lying, which I don't say anything. But yes, him being a liar, which is really, really bad. That's the only damaging thing. And I think that is super damaging when you look into it because it's his character. And your character is a lot, your personality, your branding, that plays a big role into you being liked, you being booked, people wanting to see you, people want to buy your merch, support you. So if your character is in question, that really hurts your selling power, so, but when I listen to the audio, I don't really hear anything as far as alerting, in my opinion, where it'll like end his career. Now, Henny Man said there was a clip that he edited out where Eazy kind of alludes to using Remy Ma. So I don't know. I mean, you should have just put it in there, my G. I'm gonna keep it real too. Like, D.I., I don't know why you didn't sell this shit, bro. You could have just sold this shit during the summer, sold this shit when it was hot to like TMZ or whatever the case may be. I mean, I get it. Like, you wanted, your whole probably objective is to get back at Eazy and crush him. But you could have really crushed him by you leveling up. You know what I'm saying? And capitalizing from a financial aspect, but also from, viewership and popularity. You could have sold this content to TMZ, whatever, get a 50, 60K, 100K bag. You know what I'm saying? Have some type of mechanical licensing with still the audio where you still could somewhat get paid, or, have them, credit you in the actual, story where you can go to these popular blog sites. You can go to Breakfast Club. I'm pretty sure opportunities like that could have popped up, bro. And you could have used that energy to maybe birth, relaunch your battle league or push your battle rap career or your music. Like, you could have transferred a lot of that. I mean, you're transferring some of that energy now, but I feel like because people really don't know you in like the mainstream media, they're not really, I don't see them really crediting you as the source to put it out. It's just really being overshadowed by just Eazy, Remy, Pat. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, yeah, bro, you should have got something out of that deal. Excuse me. You should have got something out of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you put it out, it's like, okay, I don't know how much you're able to monetize that, with somebody else's, personal liking and their voice. I don't know how that works. You know what I'm saying? And depending on where that audio was recorded, I heard people say that he could be sued for that because in some states, it is illegal to record a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's against the law. So depending on where this was recorded at, what state, wherever the case may be, it could be a lawsuit. Like, Eazy could, I don't know, it could sue you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And force your hand for you to say who you got this from and who's on this audio recording. And I know you ain't trying to go down and do no time for this bullshit. You said you got 10, 11 kids, you got family and shit. Like, you got responsibilities, bro. You got a brand. Shit ain't worth it. So it's like, for me, I would have just sold it and just dust my hands off the situation. Like, man, fuck this nigga, man. Like, made a couple copies of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Maybe, sold it maybe to a couple different sources. I don't know. This is me personally. I probably never would have been the main one to put it out, but I would have got some type of monetary gain off that shit. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. But, you know, Henny Man, you know, saying that he's done with this shit. He's not talking about it no more in 2024. I find that hard to believe, Henny, because this is a very, very big story, bro. Very big. You know, and you still can monetize off this shit. But, I don't know. It's a lot of key factors that play into this. And Pap and Remy look crazy, bro. They look crazy. You know, Remy pretty much denying the shit, you know, on Twitter that nothing happened and her and Pap were good, and clearly they're not, you know, and who knows how long they haven't been together, you know. And at some point, I think now with this shit being out there, they're gonna have to address it so it's closed. So now when you go on red carpets or you do interviews, you're not being bombarded and asked about the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like they're gonna have to make some type of announcement or some type of interview, or maybe go live, you know, on their own platform. Or Remy, as creative she is, she'll probably do something on Chrome 23 addressing it. You know what I'm saying? Probably. But, you know, we'll see. But my main thing with this is Eazy. If you lose the relationship with Remy Ma, where Remy, you know, walks away from everybody and just solely focuses on battle rap, but don't fuck with you, don't fuck with Pat, that could be really, really troubling, bro. And you'll be forced to go back to URL. You'll have no choice. You really have no choice. And depending on if you're still in contract with them, I don't know. I don't know how you'll be able to negotiate, because you kind of really burnt a bad bridge. And I don't even know if they would want to book you. But if you lose that relationship with Remy Ma, your career is just about done. Because I don't know how you're able to negotiate, book artists financially. You know what I'm saying? Pay yourself. Put on matchups back to back. Like, I don't see how you're able to do it, bro. I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We have to wait and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We have to wait and see what happens. At some point, I do believe Eazy's gonna have to go live. He's gonna have to. He can't hide and be away from the shit forever. If anything, I would just, you know, I would address the shit ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Before 2024, so I can go into 2024 with brand new energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hopefully this is well, I say hopefully it's the end, but it won't be. You know what I'm saying? I highly doubt this will be the end of this shit, bro. But yeah, man. Crazy, man. I don't know what happens with Eazy, man, in 2024. He still has a lot of battles on the table. Big K, Shotgun Suge, Charlie Clips, Arsenal. You got, you know, he talking about battling Swamp. You got Ace Amin. There's a little backstory right there. He's still got a couple grudge matches out there, bro. Tay Rock, Sue Surf. If Surf come home in the next 2 years, he still got a lot of battles, man. He still has a lot of battles. Murder Mook, Briz Rothstein. So, you know, depending on, you know, like I said, how that relationship works out with him and Remy, that's really going to somewhat dictate how his 2024 is going to go, in my personal opinion, you know. But we off that. We off that. We are off that, okay? Let's get into some positivity, you know what I'm saying? Fortunately, like, there wasn't really any music releases the last 2 weeks that really excited me. I really been listening to a lot of shit that I was listening to early in the year, middle of the year, and, you know, a couple singles, but majority nothing really excited me. You know what I'm saying? The last big release music-wise was probably the Nicki Minaj album, but I haven't really revisited that album, even though she's released like 4 different versions of the album, like deluxe versions, which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But she getting that bag, so I ain't knocking her for it. I ain't knocking her for it at all. But I definitely wanted to touch on Champion. You know, you got Champion of the Year coming up, Wody of the Year coming up. I wanted to do something on my channel, and I'm working on it right now. I'm gonna be working on like album of the year, artist of the year, single of the year, in my opinion. This is just gonna be primarily for me, my personal preference. And I'm doing something as well for battle rap as well. But I definitely want to do something just for the podcast. I'm gonna do something a little bit more in depth, and it probably will release during like January. Excuse me. I was trying to get this done before the end of the year, but it's a lot of research, man. Big shout out to Let's Talk Battle Rap, Champion, Black Compass, guys that are on the Champion panel. If you don't have like a spreadsheet and keeping track of everything that happens in the culture, you gotta think there's so many platforms. So you can, like, for me, I have to pick at least 2 to 3 platforms, maybe 4, but 2 to 3. And I can just only focus on those and recap those. I can't do every single battler, it's impossible, bro. It's impossible. So shout out to those guys that it's their job to go through all the leagues, go through all the analytics, and tally up the votes of who won and how many battles they had, and how many wins, how many losses, and all of that stuff, man. Because I was finding myself doing that for a couple of these categories I'm gonna talk about, and it's tough. It is tough, bro. It is tough. But I definitely wanted to shed some light on the podcast now going into the new year. So I did a category myself of event of the year. And this is primarily for league owner, and battle rap platforms as well. It kind of totality goes together in one. So for me, I had total 5. I had 5 events, but I also had honorable mentions. So let me just give you my honorable mentions. My honorable mentions is the trenches, the first trenches card. For me, that card was special, man, because not only it was sabotage, with all the backouts and cancellations, but he still was able to put like 4 battles on that card, and those battles were fire, bro. Real deal. Dev, I think it was Dev the Demon, Riggs versus K Walker, fire battle. Who else was on there? Eazy and Reed Dials, of course. It was another battle. I can't remember off the top of my head, but Ness versus Dot. Like, that card was fire. That was fire, bro. So I got the first trenches. I got King Bearing Gifts 2. You know what I'm saying? You had Rum Nitty versus Jazz. Vixen versus who did Vixen battle on that card? Chilla Jones, excuse me. Yeah, Vixen versus Chilla Jones, and Geechee Gotti versus Coffee Brown. I was in the building for that card. You also had Eunice versus Hansel. Fire, you know what I'm saying? Top Floor Lou versus L.I. the Mayor. I think D.I. the Henny Man battled on that card. So it was a lot of dope battles on that card. Even though I did not like the overall venue, as far as don't get me wrong, I love seeing some beautiful women, you know what I'm saying? But it was in a strip club, and I felt like that kind of took away from the in the building experience, because you couldn't really hear and people weren't mic'd up. But I was able to get close for those certain battles and hear the material, and it was fire. Like, it was fire. It would have been even more fire had the audio was hooked up, but I still, even on the playback, I feel like those battles were great. Like, really, really, really great. And the grudge card, Chrome 23. You know what I'm saying? Now listen, say what y'all want, but that card kind of like birthed everything that transpired going on, especially with this Eazy and Remy and Pap shit. That was the night when Pap and Eazy got into it. That was the 40 bars and Yoshi throwing the bottle, 40 pulling out a phone, that whole nasty work. You had Tory Doe with Shayna Ashley round. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of controversial shit happened. But I do feel like Remy got, y'all might kill me, but I feel like it's a classic, bro. I feel like it's a classic. Chirac versus Tony Blanco. I feel like that's a classic, bro. That was a fire back and forth from them, yo. And it was like a grudge. You know, they both had dated Dot in the past. So that was a lot with that battle. I feel like that was the only battle for me that was like entertaining. You know what I'm saying? From start to finish. So shout out to them, for the honorable mentions. Geechee with the Riot, Eazy with the Trenches, and Remy with Chrome 23. Now, let's get into the nominees for me for events of the year. I got Final Exams 2. You know what I'm saying? I was in the building for that. That was a fire fucking event. I wish Eunice and Miss Hustle happened that night, but it happened the next night. But when it drops on the app, it drops with, the other battles. So if you didn't want to watch back, a lot of those battles, damn near all of them except the Mozzie and Casey, because that was one-sided, but Casey delivered a crazy performance. But that card was fire. I love that card. Blackout 8, shout out to King of the Dot. I thought that was a fire fucking card. 2-day card. You know what I'm saying? We got some really, really dope battles. A-Ward versus Real Sick. Big K versus Sharon. Ilmac versus Rum Nitty. Like, we got some fire on that card. Divide and Conquer. RBE, yo. I got RBE with 3 joints, bro. Divide and Conquer 1. Divide and Conquer 2. And Max Out 3. These three events right here, hands down, they had some of the best battles of the year on the cards, bro. And arguably those cards didn't have really any dull moments on them from what I saw and remember. Mind you, I was in the building for Max Out 3. So for me, event of the year, I'm giving it to Max Out 3, but I'm giving it to just RBE as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to ARP and RBE, Wing, Lawrence, Shaka. Thank you for your contributions to what you guys did for 2023. Fire. You were on my bucket list to attend an RBE event, and I did that, and I'm so glad I went to Max Out 3 because I witnessed 3 classics that night. And that's why I really got to give, even though I really like Divide and Conquer 2, Max Out 3, bro, you had to be in the building, bro. Hitman versus Ill Will was so electrifying. Verb versus A-Ward, that had the whole room shaking, bro. Then you had Big K's performance against Young Ill. QB and R-Rex was fucking crazy back and forth. Then the surprise battle. A lot of people forgetting P Magic versus Arsenal. That was a fire fucking battle. Then you had Goods versus Calip, bro. Hands down, the best card of 2023, Max Out 3. So, shout out to them. I also want to give a shout out to GTX. They put on like 7 or 8 events last year. Some of them were like, like they were like unknown names, people that were up and coming, rookies and things of that nature. But, they did give us Big K versus T-Rex. Disaster versus Eazy the Block Captain. They gave us some fire battles, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely want to give, some props to them. I think that was last year. Big K versus Jay the Nightwing. I think that was last year. But I don't know what's going on with them for 2024, but hopefully, they make a resurgence. I know there was a little turbulence between Disaster and the battlers and just the overall community, for his remarks dropping the N-word, Summer Madness, that was crazy. But yeah, shout out to them. I just want to give them their flowers. For me, standout battlers of 2023. I'm still working on this list, but for me, if I'm just going off 3 names for me personally, I'm gonna say 4. Because now that I'm really thinking about it, and you know what, I probably should wait. I'm gonna wait for standout battles of 2023. I'm gonna do a separate blog on that because when I highlight these people, I wanna also show their resume of names. I'm gonna have that like on the side of the actual video because I feel like they need to give their flowers going into 2023. You know what I'm saying? And I want them to continue to flourish, continue to move in the same fashion, not battling on one specific platform, battling on other platforms, but having great battles. You know what I'm saying? Having great battles. I feel like that's important. So I'm going to save that for that particular blog there. A couple of people that I do want to see in 2024 that I did not really see. I didn't see enough of or I didn't see at all. First person, Hope Trilly. Hope Trilly, I want to see you in 2024. I see Hitman, you know, popping his shit. I see you going back and forth with E Hart. Hopefully that's getting locked in. I need to see you in 2024. You had a phenomenal year. I think that was 2022 in Bags and Bodies. I know they had some issues with the premiere of the battles, but you were fire. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see more of you. Prestavia, I want to see Prestavia. You know, she had a baby. Her last battle was official on Chrome 23, and she was in AMG mode all 3 rounds. Like, she was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Prestavia. I want to see Tony Blanco. You had like 1 or 2 battles. Like, what the you put on that crazy performance with Chirac, and I ain't see nothing from you. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I need to see more of you. I want to see more First Lady Flames. It's crazy to me. Like, Flames, C3 battle, it was like the mic issues kind of fucked up the battle, but I had Flames taking that battle. She battled Cautious 757. I had her winning that battle clear. Like, she's winning all her battles. She ain't losing. But I feel like she don't look motivated. You know what I'm saying? She don't look motivated. I want to see you motivated. And I don't know if the bag ain't right. I like that you were battling on Chrome. You know, you ain't stay on Queen of the Ring or URL. You battle on other platforms. Like, go to RBE. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see First Lady Flames against QB Black Diamond. I want to see that. I think that'd be a crazy fucking battle. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I see more of you. Shayna Ashley. Shout out to Shayna. I definitely want to see more of you. I feel like you were robbed of an opportunity with Tori Doe. You know what I'm saying? I like your performance with Rosenberg Raw. I thought that was fire. I had you winning that battle. Yeah, I definitely want to see more of you. You know what I'm saying? In 2024. Coach Coleon, I definitely want to see more of you. You know, I know you parted ways with RBE, but you had a phenomenal, you know what I'm saying, start to your year. And for some reason, you know, I didn't really see much of you in the middle and then towards like the end of 3rd and 4th quarter. But I love the B Magic battle. I love the Pain battle. I had you winning both of those battles. And then, you know, we didn't really see much from you, man. So I know you're supposed to battle Geechee this year. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you have the same momentum. Start off strong. You know, maybe 1 or 2 like good names in the middle of the year and then end off the year strong, bro. You know what I'm saying? But those are the names that I would love to see for 2024. Now, let's get into my personal picks for champion. Now, shout out to Jay Black. You know, I don't know when. I think it's supposed to start like February, I think, or something like that. But they have the survey now, so you can actually donate to the champion. Not panel, but just the overall battlers, you know what I'm saying, for the categories. So make sure you guys, you know what I'm saying, go to Jay Black, Twitter or Instagram and get the link. I'll put the link in the description here in the video for YouTube, and I'll try to put it for the DSPs for podcasts and stuff like that. But just real quick, I wanted to go through the categories that they have in my personal picks. Now, some of these picks I have more than one because I just didn't have enough time to properly analyze the resumes and really, you know, do my full due diligence. But these are my personal picks, okay? So Rookie of the Year, my personal opinion. For the males, I got Eunice. I felt like Eunice has had a great 2023. He really had a phenomenal performance against Miss Hustle. I heard he did his thing on the rookies and sophomores. We still haven't seen that. I'm very disappointed, URL. Y'all dropped the ball. I had a blog talking about y'all dropping the ball with the rookies and sophomores. We ain't gonna get into that. But the Hansel battle almost had 100K on the Riot. They had $1,000 on the line. That was a fire battle. So I like the energy around Eunice. I want to see that continue. I also want to see y'all figure out the branding. Like, how are you gonna brand yourself, Eunice? Like, I need to see a consistent like look overall. Like, if like I understand the content, you know, that you make, but as far as like your appearance. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna do the turban, do the turban. You're gonna do the dad hat, do the dad hat. But I just need like it needs to be a little more polished as far as what just your overall appearance, your look. You know what I'm saying? I think that could just be a little bit better, so just from a branding aspect. Not saying you look bad or anything. I'm just saying this is like an overall branding, because you look at a lot of, you know, the top tiers and superstars, they have like a certain look and brand to themselves, from the Sue Surfs to the Tay Rocks. You know what I'm saying? Hitman Holla, Geechee Gotti, Rum Nitty. Like, they all have a certain distinct look and brand about themselves. So I feel like Eunice needs to do that. If he can do that in 2024, he's definitely gonna move to, you know, rookie to like top mid tier. You know what I'm saying? Quickly, very quickly, if done the right way. Females rookie of the year, I'm giving that to Chirac. Chirac has had a phenomenal year, man. Shout out to Chirac. Shout out to the whole Springfield Mass, the whole Mass period. But she's done her thing. Like I said, I had her in Tony Blanco fire fucking battle, classic in my personal opinion. She battled Chrissy Yamaguchi. Wasn't really a good battle because, you know, Chrissy choked, whatever, but she still got hurt material wall. She battled Casey J. I had her beating Casey. Who else she had? She just battled on Queen of the Ring. She's had a lot of battles, man. She's had a lot. I had my notes somewhere and I can't remember where the fuck I put it at, but I just know every time I saw Chirac's name and I watched the battle, I was just so proud, bro. Like, she always shows up all 3 rounds. She only had maybe like 1 or 2 slip-ups throughout the whole year from what I remember. But overall, she always shows up all 3 rounds. She talks her shit, sells the battle. She's really stepping up as far as on the social media aspect. She does interviews. And then she don't be caught in the messy drama shit. You know what I mean? Like, she does her thing. And I think she's done a great job as far as branding, like, her look overall. I think she's a very beautiful, attractive woman. You know, respectfully. Shout out to my nigga Dot. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean, shoot my shot. None. I'm just giving flowers. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would like to see in 2024, I'd like to see her elevate, you know, to the next bracket as far as names. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you battling niggas. There's a lot more females I feel like you can still battle. You know what I'm saying? You still got the Yoshi G's, the Vixens, Caution 757, RX. Who else you got out there? You got shit. Who else? It's a lot. It's still a lot. You still got a lot of the vets too. You know what I'm saying? And the First Lady Flames. Like, there's a lot of names. You know, she's still brand new. I think she only started like 2021 or 2022. And her surges really came like middle of like last year and really like this year. So I got her and Eunice as my rookies of the year. Congratulations to them. You know, if you get it, you get it. But for me, in my eyes, y'all are the rookies of the year. Upset of the year. I got 2 contenders for that. I got Geechee Gotti and Big K. I feel like Big K really stopped the momentum of A-Ward. A-Ward was looking at like damn near like going into like top tier, like top tier, just off the momentum and anticipation. You know, to see him get clipped from Big K like that was wild. You know what I'm saying? But then him to turn around and, you know, and clip Vixen. But I feel like Big K, man. Big K and A-Ward, I was shocked. I had A-Ward, and yeah, he definitely shocked me with that. And I say Geechee versus Eazy. I feel like just Geechee having that dominant 3rd round, you know what I'm saying, really just out-rapping Eazy and really like putting that stain on him, having that first official loss. Yeah, Geechee. I just got Geechee and Big K. Most improved battler of the year. So I got 2 names for this. I got K Walker and I got Capo Bravado. K Walker, man. K Walker really, I think this really could probably go to K Walker, in my personal opinion. You know, just a couple years ago, I just wasn't really sold on K Walker. I wasn't really impressed. And on top of that, he didn't really promote really well. And I didn't think he was that overall great as a battle rapper. But he's made the proper adjustments. And I will say this, man, he's great. Like this year, not this year, but 2023, like he was wilding. He was wilding. He was wilding, man, and I was very, very impressed every time I saw him on the card. He would show up all 3 rounds, and he would give me like something to remember from the battle, like the CD disc changer bar. Oh my god, fire! I think he said that against Riggs. Like he's really stepped it up. I just hope he can just do better with the promo and more excitement. Talk your shit, K Walker. I understand you got like this laid back, nonchalant shit, bro. You got to turn up, my nigga, a little bit, man. Talk your shit, brag. Talk about how great you are as a battler. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk your shit. But I definitely feel like he's definitely propelled himself. Cabo Vivado as well. I looked at a lot of like battles that he had previously in a couple years. You know, him just, you know, finding himself. He got a nice resume too. He got a really nice resume. And even this last year, him battling Hustle, battling T-Top. He battled Authentic. He, who else he battled? You know, I'm trying to think other names. I think he had a couple other battles like on small leagues, but I like his consistency. I will say that. And I'm very I'm excited and looking forward to seeing what he does in 2024 along with K Walker. So big shout out to those guys there. Battler of the year. Well, battle of the year, excuse me. Battle of the year. I got 3 contenders for this. I got Hitman Holla and Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a classic. Verb versus A Ward. My personal opinion, that's a classic. Fire. Even though the views don't say so, but in the building, for me, you know, on the playback, fire. Classic. And Eazy versus Reed Dollars, bro. I feel like that's a slept-on joint, bro. That battle was fire. I had Reed edging that joint, but that's a fire battle to me, man. That's a fire joint, man. So I got those as my battle of the year. I keep saying battler. Battle of the year. Performance of the year. I'm giving that to Big K. Big K, without a shadow of a doubt, extraordinary year, man. You beat Murder Mook. You beat T-Rex. You beat Young Ill. You beat Jazz the Rapper. Some people got you beating Sharon. I got you losing to Sharon slightly, but it could be debated. You just had a fucking phenomenal year, bro. You beat A-Ward. Like, man. I don't see you could give that to anybody else. Just with the name. I'm talking about the names and the consistency. It got to be Big K for me, my book. Body bag of the year. I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted because this person, he's featured in both categories, not categories, but he's featured in 2 people that I've had as a potential nominee. So I got Big K versus A-Ward with body of the year, and I got A-Ward versus Vixen. You know what I'm saying? Body of the yes. That was that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I got those 2 there. Round of the year. I'm telling you, bro, it's a lot. A lot of people probably won't go Geechee 3rd round against Remy. Yeah, that was impactful. It went viral, and that probably will win. But for me personally, you can't sleep on Big K versus A-Ward. You know what I'm saying? When he said, when I was something, I closed my eyes and shot something. Like, he was going crazy on him, bro. And then A-Ward versus Vixen, the Crown Vic bar. Shook the whole building, bro. Had niggas falling off the stage and everything. Like, come on, we can't forget that. I know it was early in the year, but you can't forget that. That was fire. Fire. You know what I'm saying? So I got those 3. You know what I mean? And champion of the year. Very interesting for me. So this one I did my little research on. It's crazy to me because I didn't even realize this person had this amount of battles. But for me, without doing my research, I was saying Big K. I was saying Big K was champion of the year. You know what I'm saying? I was propelled between Tay Rock, Chef Trez, Twerk, and Nitty. But after doing my research, and I might have to do a little bit more, I got New Jersey Twerk. I got New Jersey Twerk with champion of the year. I think a lot of people are expecting Big K. I think they're going to be upset once you break down the resumes. Like, if you compare resume, Twerk out the gate. Like, Twerk had like over 15 something battles this year. You know, a lot of those joints were like small leagues, one rounders. I don't know if they hold that much credence, but he has a lot of 3-round battles as well. Chef Trez, Coffee, and arguably he ain't really lose. Not too many of these joints. Murder Mook battle. Hollow the Dawn. Like, he got a lot of work out here, bro. Look at his resume. Look at his resume. He got a lot of work out here. He gave a lot of shots as well. He gave a lot of opportunities. You know, it's a toss up, bro. It just depends what else they're looking at as far as the criteria. You know, because Chef Trez might creep up there as well, because I know his resume is pretty deep as well. You know, so but I do, at this moment, I feel like New Jersey Twerk is champion of the year. And I feel like going into 2024, he has a lot of great momentum. You know, he had a lot of great battles, a lot of great moments. I saw him against NXT earlier in the year, fire battle. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a great showing from NXT as well. I think Champion Panel has their hands put up. Well, hands tied. Hands put up. They got their hands tied, bro. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one, man. That's gonna be a real tough one. But I'm gonna do a couple more, you know, just to give people their flowers, you know, and also be on the lookout too. So starting 2024, every month I'm gonna do a report. It's gonna be Battler of the Month and League of the Month. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna do that, and it's probably gonna be. It depends on who's the most consistent throughout the month. But I'm definitely gonna do that because I want to highlight some more, you know, just battlers, whether they're big names, small names, whatever the case may be. If I see it come across my desk, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna champion it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my first episode, man, for 2024. I appreciate everybody, man, for supporting me and rocking out with me on this beautiful journey. I have a lot of things in store for y'all. Please stay tuned. Make sure you guys follow me on all social media platforms at Ace is Working on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. Make sure you guys subscribe to my newsletter on my website, DedicatedMediaLLC.com. Whew. A lot of great work. A lot more fragrance reviews. I'm working on something very special for my fragrance lovers. Please stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing a lot more content with the fragrances and as well with the candles as well. I'm going to start doing some candle reviews. So stay tuned, man. I appreciate all the love for everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, man. Peace, love, and prosperity to you all right? It's your boy, Acito. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.